Hello and welcome to Stamp by Stone. If this is the first time you're here, welcome. If not, thanks for coming back. Today I wanted to go over another card that I'm going to be making. I'm offering card classes in November. It's 2017. We're going to be using the Beary paper pack, and I'm going to be using a pattern that comes out of the Make It From Your Heart Volume 2 by Jeanette Linton from Close to My Heart. Specifically, we're working on pattern 28 with all of the details outlined here. I love these pattern books because it tells me exactly what to do. I have to use my imagination to fill in something different here, but it gives me all of the exact dimensions and an example beside it, so I know what I can do. So this is what we're working to create today. It's a Merry Everything and a Happy Always card. We're using the Beary paper pack and a zip strip from the top. When you take, I'm going to just set that aside. When you take a class with me and we're doing card making, I will have everything all pre-cut. So I have an envelope all ready with all of the pieces. So you open it up and check out that you have everything that you need. So there should be 2 papers like this, and it looks like we're good to go. So the first thing we're going to need is we're going to put aside the things that we don't need. So I set that to the side. My first instruction would be to use cranberry ink to add some color to the edges of your paper. So you simply open it up like that, take it and rub it along the side. That just gives it a little bit of dimension. You'll probably end up getting some ink on your fingers, but that's part of the fun. So I'm doing that to both pieces here. You'll see how it pops in a minute. Okay, adding some to the side. I'm going to set those to the side, and now I'm going to use my cranberry paper here, and I'm going to need the Christmas Borders stamp. This is a rather large stamp that I've got here on a large acrylic block. I want to transfer some of this wording here onto my own cardstock because I want to make my own background and texture or B&T paper here. So I've looked here, it looks like I've used probably part way down. So I'm going to ink up very, very well my stamp. Okay, running it over a couple of times back and forth, seeing if I've got the whole thing. It looks like I need to do a little bit more. Okay, I'll set that to the side, and then I'm actually going to do a practice underneath here. Oh, that one wasn't very well done. You know what? It's because I have 2 different things underneath. You can use the foam pads that come with this. I have a full foam pad here, but then I've got my hard piece there, so that's why that didn't work. So I'm going to do this again and making sure I'm on the foam piece. I'm going to re-ink this up. I'm actually going to run it over a little bit back and forth like this, and then do some extra pressure for stamping. Okay, so let's see how this does this time. I'm on my foam pad underneath. Much nicer. Okay, so that's what I did wrong there. So I'm going to run my acrylic stamp across there. Okay, I have my foam pad underneath. I'm going to put this is my scrap paper here. I'm going to put this over top, line it up, and then because this is a large stamp, I'm putting extra pressure on to make sure I hit all parts of the paper itself. It'll probably stick because it's larger than the paper. I pull it off and I have a nice clean image. I'll clean that stamp in a little bit, but I'm going to set that aside, close up my ink so it doesn't dry, and I'll clean my stamps after. Okay, next, so I've dealt with my cranberry colors. Now I'm going to deal with the green. I've got 2 pieces of green here. You'll notice this is the back side of the Beary paper pack there. I'm going to use this particular green here. I'm going to be using my Merry Everything and a Happy Always stamp. I'm going to open it up, and again I'm going to run it across a couple times, stamp it, and then I'm going to test it on my, there it is. Okay, because I have a smaller piece of paper than what I was doing in my other example, I can actually stamp right on here. I can use this foam piece so that you can see that. Again, I'm inking it up, running it over a couple times, stamping quite nicely. I want to make certain that I don't have any, like I haven't touched my ink blot. Oh, I have touched it right there. I haven't touched my ink to the block part itself because that can transfer onto my paper and make it a little bit smeary and not as nice. So I just take a Kleenex and wipe it off of the block itself, not the actual stamp, because that can leave traces. And I'm going to give it another quick stamp. Take a look. Oh, I hit it right there. That's okay. Easily fixed. Wipe it very, very carefully. Check my other edges. Line it up. Hopefully my head's not in the way. And put plenty of pressure down. The nice thing about the blocks is you can see right through them. And I'm happy with that. I'm done with those inks, so I'm going to set those aside. Now what I need to do is put together this actual card. So I'm going to adhere my Merry Everything onto this green part. While I'm being generous with the adhesive, I'm not just running it all over. Okay, so I'm centering that. I'm happy with that. I set that aside. I make sure I'm dealing with the bottom. I've got my 3 pieces that I'm going to put my card example right here. 3 pieces that I'm going to be using next. Okay, going to be about an 1/8 of an inch apart. Okay, adding adhesive. Do my best here. Okay, I'm going to do the 2 sides. 4 pieces of adhesive go to this side, about an 1/8 of an inch. I'm kind of eyeballing it here. Then I leave my middle piece to the end so that I can put it in between. I do like how that turned out. Then I'm going to take my strip of ornaments, and I'm looking to put this about, well, maybe 3/4 of an inch from the bottom. If you have a ruler, you can do that approximately there. Run my tape runner in a few places across, making sure it's even. Okay, then I am putting together my final pieces here. They're about an 1/8 over. No, sorry, this one's a 1/4 inch over. I adhere it. And then looking at my example, what do I have left? Just the bling. So in this case, I'm using white pearls. Sometimes you chase them around. One there. I'm using 3 different sizes, monochromatic color though, just for something different. And I'll put one there. And there is my finished product. Merry everything and happy always. Please like at the bottom if you enjoyed watching this video, and watch some of the other videos that I've prepared. You can always find my things at www.stampedbystone.closetomyheart.ca. Have a great day.